Hey guys, and welcome back. So it is monthly favourites time again. I don't know why I feel really excited today. It's really early in the morning and I'm feeling into filming. So today I'm going to tell you about all the things I've been loving this month. The first thing is a rediscovery, and there are quite a few rediscoveries this month, I have to say. But this one is a big rediscovery for me. It's NARS Sheer Glow. Now, when this came out about 5 years ago, I was like, OMG, I need to buy it because everyone loves it, everyone's talking about it. And I used it and kind of tried really hard to love it, but something about it was a little bit drying. I didn't hate it, but it was just not, I found it didn't sit on my skin right and was just a little bit awkward for me to use. That sounds like a weird description for a foundation, but if you guys know what I mean, it just didn't quite sit right on my skin. So anyway, I purchased this again this month. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna get the perfect color this time. I got Fiji because before I ended up with two because I bought one that was too light, and then I was like, well, I'll buy one that's too dark and then I can mix them depending on the time of year, and it just ended up being a big faff. And anyway, I love this. It's my kind of fuller slash more formal makeup because it is a little bit more of like a traditional makeup finish. A lot of the other bases that I use are quite glowy and light. This one is a little bit more coverage. It's actually confusing because the name is like Sheer Glow, which would suggest it would be really glowy and sheer. It's actually like a good medium coverage. And it is glowy in terms of the look that it gives you, but it's not like shimmery at all. It's not like Rimmel Wake Me Up or something like that that has a real kind of radiance to it. It's almost a glow from within type look as opposed to like shimmery face, which is definitely a good thing. So yeah, I've been really liking that this month and I've been using it a lot, especially if I'm going out to events and things like that. And then the next one is a new release. This is actually, it's quite dirty because I've just been using it to do this makeup look. If you haven't already seen my video for this makeup look, I put it up on Monday, so go and check that out. So this is from Maybelline and it's their Master Sculpt Duo. It looks like this. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. It's quite chunky, but I really like the highlighter. I like the contour powder too. I don't think it's really quite pigmented enough to be amazing, but it's a nice kind of cheaper alternative to something like the Charlotte Tilbury one or whatever expensive contour powder. The highlighter though, I really like. It's just a very subtle, super glowy, pretty colour and texture and everything, and it comes with a big mirror. Another thing that I am utterly in love with, I got in, well, I put in a haul video this month and I've been using it pretty much every day since then. It's the Laura Mercier, it's got a really long name, are you ready for it? Caviar Stick Eye Colour in Amethyst. It's not actually that long, it's just, yeah. Anyway, it's a cream eyeshadow in a stick and it's in the colour Amethyst, which, as the name would suggest, is a really pretty metallic purpley neutral. It's kind of, it's like a taupey purple lilac, like a lilac taupe I would describe it. It's a very beautiful colour and it's a very beautiful texture. It stays on all day, really easy to blend. I love using this with my Bobbi Brown Rich Caviar eyeshadow stick, and if you want to see this in action, then go and check out my Get Ready With Me video from the Midsummer Ball that I did last week, because I use this and that together and they look really nice, if I do say so myself. Another rediscovery on the eyebrow front this month is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Brow Lift Duo. This comes with a brow colour on one end and a highlighter colour on the other, and this is in the shade 02 Rich Brown. And to be honest, I don't really use the highlighter that much. It's more to either like highlight your brow bone, but also to define the underneath of your brow, just to make it even more defined. However, I do use that sometimes if I'm really going all out, but day to day, oh my god, has this actually run out? It's run out. I'm gonna have to buy another one. The reasons why I like this, mainly because it is a very fine tip, so it's really easy to kind of draw your brows in, but also it's a really good colour for me. If you are blonde but you have dark eyebrows, sometimes it can be kind of tricky to get exactly the right colour for your brows. I really like this one. Another new discovery, again from Maybelline this month. I feel like, well, I have two Maybelline products. That's like, whoa. This is a new mascara and it's called the Lash Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. I think this came out at the beginning of the year or towards the beginning of the year. So it's not new, but I think it's one of their newer mascaras. I think mascara is one of those products that you really can get away with not spending a lot of money on, and it can still be super amazing. Not that I don't love high-end mascara, seriously. The YSL mascara is like my all-time favourite. But I think in terms of those products that you really can just buy at the drugstore and they're almost as good, mascara really is one of them. This gives you loads of volume and just the right amount of definition. I don't like those mascaras that are like super defined, perfect lashes. I quite like a bit of a messy look and lots of volume. This is really good, and I would recommend checking it out if you're looking for a new mascara. Another thing on the makeup front that I've been loving is a makeup brush cleanser. This is the Japanesque one, and I feel like this is really popular with makeup artists because whenever I have my makeup done by makeup artists, their brushes smell like oranges. And this stuff smells like oranges, so I feel like they must be using this. However, it's not quite as good as the Cinema Secrets one, which I've spoken about before, the big blue one. It's not quite as good as that one, but it's a lot more accessible, and I only have the miniature size because I bought this when I was in Ulta in LA like a month ago, and I've almost finished it up. I'm definitely going to be buying a full-size one of these. This is a little bit more oily, so it leaves your brushes softer, in like a better condition. For nails, I have the Rimmel London Rita Ora colour in Go Wilderness. I've been loving lilac-y blue tones, as you may be able to tell. I actually got this one done for me. It's a bit chipped now, but I need to redo it. It's kind of like that blue colour. I've also got a really nice one from Essie that I bought a couple of days ago that's part of their summer collection. That one I think I'm going to wear next, but I've just been loving lilac, kind of blue, cornflower blue colours at the moment. I really like them. And this one I got so many comments on. Moving on to body stuff, I have been loving this body lotion this month. This is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil, which sounds really bizarre. You're kind of like, how do you whip argan oil? It's basically a body butter with a high kind of argan oil content in it, so it's quite an oily one. It smells incredible, like oranges and just a really fresh citrus scent, but like creamy fresh. It smells like the most delicious creamy orange yogurt, and I know that sounds really weird, but it's yummy. I have a funny thing about oil, like I really don't like the way it feels on my hands. Like I hate having oily hands, whereas this is kind of like the best of both worlds because it has the texture of a body butter, but it really kind of nourishes your skin like an oil. The only problem with this is that when I wear it, if I go downstairs with bare legs, in a skirt or whatever, the dogs try and lick it off my legs. It smells that good. I'm like, get off my leg, stop licking my leg. Anyway, so random. If you're looking for a new kind of really intensive moisturiser and you don't mind dropping a little bit of cash on it, I definitely recommend this. I have had such dry skin this month and it's just been really helping. Like I get really dry elbows and just, yeah, not good, but this is divine. Next up for body stuff, I know I talk about this a lot, but I've been using it a lot this month and I've had so many comments, so I wanted to talk about it really quickly again. It's the Saint Tropez Self Tan Express. This is the fast developing tan from Saint Tropez, so you can put it on, leave it for an hour and wash it off, and it will develop into a proper tan. So if you are in a hurry or if you forget to tan before a big event, you don't have to smell like biscuits. This gives me the best colour out of any other tan I've used. And it's really convenient too, so it's kind of like a double whammy for me. And the other thing that kind of goes with it is a tanning mitt, and this isn't the Saint Tropez tanning mitt. This is from a brand called Bondi Sands, which I think is a fairly new brand. I don't really know much about it. I haven't actually tried the fake tan of this yet, but I just tried the tanning mitt because I got given it, and I have to say I much prefer this to the normal tanning mitts. This is a velvet one, and I don't know why, it's better, but I really like it. And you also can't see it getting dirty and fake tanny as well. So if you see one of these velvet ones, I'd recommend trying it if you're into tanning. My last product is a perfume, and this again is another rediscovery. I feel like June is the month of rediscoveries. It's the Ghost Orange one, which I got last summer, and it smells so yummy. This smells really similar to the Trish McAvoy, I think it's Pink Jasmine, the pink bottle that she does that smells divine, and I always want to buy it, but it's crazy expensive. I think it's like £120 or something like that. So I can never quite bring myself to buy it. And this smells really similar. I spoke about this last year if you guys watched. I can't even remember which monthly favourites it was, but I think it was a summer one. It's a great summer scent and it's not too expensive. I think it's about £25. Probably cheaper now because it came out last summer. And I have one fashion favourite for the month, and these are a bit trashed to be honest because I've worn them so much. They're my Ted Baker nude strappy heels. Now these actually are pretty easy to walk in. They look quite high and they don't have any platform, so you think, oh, they're going to be like hard to walk in, uncomfortable. They're actually not. In comparison to other strappy heels that look like this, they're really comfortable. I've worn them loads, like every single event or party, whatever that I've gone to this month, I've worn these. They're really simple, really chic, and I feel like simple strappy nude sandals can be quite hard to find. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again on Monday with a new video, and until then, leave me any comments below if you have any suggestions or anything like that, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a really simple summery makeup look which I'm wearing now. It's perfect for daytime or summer nights because it's quite light and glowy and fresh, and yeah, this is kind of my go-to look